Hey guys, welcome back to another All About Andy video. As always, I am accompanied by my good friend Brax. Say hello to the gang.
What is going on, guys? We are here for another banger episode, and we are kicking it off with some great Impact action, like always.
And as always, guys, new episode, new city here for Impact. Tonight, Impact Wrestling is brought to you all the way from Richmond, Virginia. All right, Braxton, I want you to give us a nice rundown of tonight's card, because it's going to be a banger.
Indeed, it is a banger. It is. Because tonight, we have some banger matches, But we're starting off the pre-show, obviously. And once again, we got April Mendez, the GOAT herself, a.k.a. AJ Lee. And some pre-show action, building her up a little bit, taking out Tenille Dashwood. A good 5-minute matchup. Same results as last week. Black Widow, Tenille Dashwood taps April Mendez with the win.
What a match. What a match.
But without further ado, Impact opens up. And oh my God.
No, God.
Everyone's favorite. The GOAT. Dixie Carter's here. Oh, baby. She cut a promo.
I like how she's just actively just getting over.
Yeah, I know, because she's the GOAT. Dixie's with somebody, drawing names. Some random person, whoever the fuck works here, productions and shit.
Oh, yeah,
All right, everyone. For the first match of Feast or Fire at the next upcoming pay-per-view after final resolution, the following names will be fighting each other. The first name, Abyss.
Oh.
The second name, Manu. The third name, AJ Styles. And the final name, Kevin Kiley. These four men, in their own areas will be, AJ Styles will be smirking like, all right, Kevin Kiley, smirking, Manu, with the rest of the head honchos, just tapping him on the back, like, all right. Well, this, sinister look with the rest of Decay. As this is a big opportunity, all four men. Well, gentlemen, it's an honor for you guys to be the first four, as you guys get the first chance at the next pay-per-view after final resolution to get your chance at a briefcase, your choice. But next week, we will draw for the second match. Then after our amazing pay-per-view at final resolution, we'll be drawing the last two matches in the next 2 weeks. I cannot wait for it. But tune in, guys, here at Richmond, Virginia. We got a banger Impact show for you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What a way to start. We got the first four people fighting, as it will be Styles, Manu, Abyss, and Kevin Kiley the next review after final resolution in a fatal four-way for the first briefcase.
It's going to be a must-see series here.
Indeed it is, but we move right on along with some banger Impact action. And what bangers we start indeed as 2 men that are going to be fighting for the TNA World title. Mason Ryan, Kevin Steen. Both these men were going to give it their all. Nice 7-minute match. Kevin Steen will hit a nice swanton onto Mason Ryan, getting a 2.5 count, I would say. Steen's looking for that package pile driver to seal the deal on a Mason Ryan. But Mason Ryan flips him over. And as Steen is recovering, bam, gets pounced by Mason Ryan. Mason Ryan goes for the pin and gets the 1-2-3. Mason Ryan dominant victory here over Kevin Steen. Build his momentum towards the King of the Mountain match. Could we be looking at our next TNA World Champion, Andy?
Potentially so, and honestly, I'd be the biggest fan of TNA if that's the case.
We just gotta wait and see, but there's more Impact action to go.
And here we go.
Last week, we saw Yoshitatsu fight Jeff, sadly a losing effort for Yoshitatsu. But tonight, Kushida takes on Matt Hardy in a nice back and forth encounter from both men. Nice 7-minute matchup. Actually, Kushida with the upper hand here tonight.
Ooh.
Hitting his beautiful, beautiful finisher of coils from the sky, and actually pinning Matt Hardy for the 1-2-3. Kushida will get the win here. Now they're 1-1 with each other between both teams. And after the match, once again, staring down the champs, but their sensei, not now, my children, not now. We gotta wait and see, but we're still trying to figure out who is this hooded figure? Who is it?
Well, last week, there was an accidental botch made by you, in which you revealed who it is. But I was kind enough to cut it, so guys, you guys don't know. I don't know either, because I forgot.
I botched it. I was in the moment, man. I was ready to reveal. But we'll soon learn who that is. Hint, hint. Move right on along.
Oh no, these two.
And, our cameras backstage. Oh my god! I can't think short. Just go down. They're fighting. Dixie Car. Break it! Check it out! Yelling. Security. Splitting them up. She talks about me. You two have been getting on my fucking nerves. Okay?
Oh, she's cussing.
Now y'all can't even give each other a break for a title match. So how about this? I spoke with Wade in my office last week, as many saw. And it would be his delight, he even told me, to watch you both fight each other and then swoop in and retain his title against the both of you. So at final resolution, it would be Steve Carino, Mr. Kennedy, Wade Barrett for the TNA Global title.
What?
Mr. Kennedy and, getting held back. The security just smirk. As not only they get to destroy each other again, there's also a chance one of them could leave with a title.
That is true.
My God, guys, what an astounding remark! Miss Kennedy got screwed of his opportunity by Steve. Now Steve gets added to this, and Miss Kennedy gets another chance. But Andy, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think Wade has put himself in a predicament, or do you think he gave himself an advantage to get another successful title defense?
You see, MVP thought that multi-man match at the benefit show was going to benefit him, pun intended here, in the sense that it would be an easy retention because everything's allowed, and your allies are allowed to come in. However, that's where the cracks in the Hurt Mafia sort of started to form here within Bobby Lashley and MVP, because Bobby Lashley came in trying to help MVP retain the title, but only got caught in media res here, caught in the middle of the action going on with a spare by Lashley. So I think Wade should jot down a little bit of notes from what happened with MVP, because trust me, a little too much ambition can kill you. Trust me, look at Shakespeare's work.
Indeed, but we gotta wait and see. I'm looking forward to this, man. I really am.
100%. You'd be a fool not to want to look forward to this.
But we have to move right on as Impact continues here live in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, look at this banger.
Speaking of Wade, his boys of the Empire, Lucky Cannon, Tyler Black, Drew McIntyre takes on the two men that, Drew and Lucky interfered on.
Yeah.
And the X Division champion, the Pope, and 3v3 action. It's going to be a great match. Give them 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They all hit big moves. Sombra dives on everybody at one point, quick pinfalls. Sombra will get a 2.7 onto a cannon,
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of all, the legal men is the X Division champion and Tyler Black, actually.
Oh.
They're going at it, ahead of their title match at the pay-per-view. And, Drew And Lucky actually sneaks around, and brawls with the other two. The Pope looks for the Pope Express in the corner as Tyler Black's in there. But Tyler Black, behind his hands, unhooked a turnbuckle post.
Oh.
The Pope runs, double knees to the turnbuckle post. He's felt that pain before, and that actually catches him. Grabs Tyler Black, grabs him, goes for the Skywalker, hits it, backs up, hits the stomp. 1, 2, 3.
What?
Tyler Black had just been the X Division champion.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
After the match, he before the ref can hand the Pope the X Division, he steals it, holds it up, and says, "I've already pinned you. It's just gonna be easier at the pay-per-view to take this home."
Oh.
He throws it down to the champion.
And
he's pinned the champ.
He has pinned the champ indeed. And guys, I just want to remind you, last time on AAA where a champion was pinned, it signified that reign was over. Keiji Muto was pinned by Malachi Black right before their last man standing bout, which resulted in a new champion in Malachi Black. My words of wisdom to give to the Pope is, watch out. Just
indeed, but we gotta wait and see.
100%.
As we have Cody Rhodes, Adam Cole. What a one action.
Speaking of former X Division champions.
Seek vengeance for his friend AJ Styles as he came out. But Cody Rhodes, wants to get his hands on Adam Cole. So, good 10-minute matchup here.
Okay.
And it'll be back and forth. No interference will be involved, Actually, as Adam Cole, would hit a nice little Florida keys, that he's known for. Looking for the last shot, but Cody would actually duck it, making Adam stop on the ropes. Cody would then, bounce from that said rope as Adam Cole backs up to try to look. Disaster kick. Grabs him. Crossroads. But he's not done. He wants to make an example.
Oh my god.
Picks him up again. Crossroads. And Cody Rhodes pins Adam Cole for tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Keeping his heelish demeanor. After the match, no, you can go to the next segment. After the match, just give it to EC3. Cody Rhodes would be laying into Adam Cole, stomping him, making a name to him. As Styles would rush out to make the save, but EC3 would actually clothesline him, stopping him.
I am in a top 1%.
As EC3 would then drop him with the 1%er as they both stood tall. And Cody actually grabs the mic and he says, me and Ethan's been talking in the office, and Dixie actually agreed to this as well. It's going to be nice getting my hands on you again, Styles. So at Final Resolution, me and Ethan versus you and Adam Cole in a tag team match.
Oh, okay.
Down the mic as, on their way up, Styles grabs that down mic and says, "We accept."
Ooh.
There we go. At Final Resolution, we got ourselves a nice, good old tag match as it's EC3 and Cody Rhodes versus Adam Cole and AJ Styles.
Baby.
What a match. That's something you definitely don't want to miss out for.
100% indeed.
As we move right on a lock. So we have the women's contendership for the Knockouts titles. So in this match, Evie tries, man, but Velvet and Angelina Love are just going to jump her. So they're going to double team her. Anytime she tries to get off, anytime she gets up, no, drops.
Okay.
They're trying to make a mockery of her. Send to Mickey. But as Angelina Love goes for a pin, actually Velvet's going to pull her off.
Oh.
Says, whoa, wait a minute. What are you doing? The Velvet Sky goes for Angelina Love to pull her off. There's some bickering back and forth between them. That gives Evie enough time to recover. And just drop Angelina Love with a TTYL. And then Velvet Sky, gets time to try to react. But Mo gets hit with a scorpion kick, giving Evie some chance to lay in on Angelina Love. And, Evie looks for a PTYL again. She connects on Angelina Love, but Velvet Sky actually recovers in time to throw Evie into the turnbuckle post. And Velvet Sky will actually pin Angelina Love for the 3 count. Velvet Sky will pin her own partner to become the number 1 contender for the Knockouts title.
That's insane.
So at Final Resolution, guys, it is Velvet Sky and Mickie James for the Knockouts title. But Andy, she just pinned her own tag partner to get this opportunity. Will that cause some tension between them, you think?
Oh, it's definitely going to cause some tension in there 100%. I mean, jealousy is such a strong topic here in professional wrestling, You want the best for those you love, but at the same time, you want the best for yourself. And Velvet Sky is getting the best for herself at the expense of Angelina Love's best.
Indeed, but we got to move on along as we don't know what's going to happen.
100%.
We know it's Final Resolution. So Velvet Sky and Mickie James, but in Final Resolution, we got Sting and Batista teaming up. As many of y'all recall, at our first ever pay-per-view after a successful draft, not that pay-per-view, the pay-per-view after that we built up, we had Sting versus Batista for the TNA World title. Now, full circle, they are working together. They have a common enemy. But tonight, they're working together to take out the Samoan Soldiers in a nice 11-minute match.
Ooh, okay.
They go back and forth, big moments. Some splashes done, but Batista catches them. He actually catches both of them at one point and just drop. Sting hits a stinger splash on both of them. Actually, Manu tries to run in to try to help, and then Kevin Steen stops him. Same with Joe, and Mason Ryan stops him.
Oh, wow.
So at the end of it all, it's just Batista and Jimmy Fatu, whichever one that one is, Joshua Fatu, whichever one. He looks for a super kick. Batista catches him. He stops his foot, spins him, grabs him, spine busters, goes to the ropes, does the taunt, goes for the thumbs, puts him down, picks him up. Batista bomb.
Batista bomb. 1,
2, 3.
Beautifully done.
Win here, building more momentum. As now Batista would do the belt motion and let head honcho as they retreat. But also now Sting doing it. Batista would stare him down and tell him, I'm taking that title. Sting's like, no, I'm taking back what's mine.
Oh, you tell him.
As you can see, there's, common, they respect each other, but at the same time, there's only one goal in mind. And they want that. They want the TNA World title. As the show would end, Dixie Carter would actually get on the mic real quick. He says, Impact next week, we're going to give you guys a little warm-up as, it's nice seeing all these men. We saw Mason Ryan and Kevin Steen go at it earlier, and we saw Batista and Sting go at it. But what if all 4 of them give you guys a prelude to what can happen at the pay-per-view? What if 4 of those men go at it? So next week's main event, Sting, Batista, Mason Ryan, Kevin Steen.
Oh my God.
Fatal 4. And the head honcho will be on commentary for that match.
Oh, of course he will be.
I cannot wait to see that.
Neither can I. It's going to be a banger indeed.
Indeed. But that's what a way to end off Impact here tonight.
100%. And guys, we will catch you in AAA. in just a few seconds. Guys, we have reached AAA Sin Limite. And tonight, guys, we are opening up with a little feud package between Joe Hennig and Prince Devitt. You see, these two faced off recently at our pay-per-view, with Joe Hennig coming out on top, building himself up little by little. And so, he wants to keep rising to the top. He wants to prove he's better than Prince Devitt and all that overhyped talent he sees. As he likes to call them, the overrated mob. We move on though. First match of the night, Prince Devitt comes out, takes on William Regal. I would love to see this match, man. Holy shit.
We put that in Regal's prime, bro. Oh my god.
Exactly. These two men are gonna go back and forth for a solid 20 minutes, man.
Good God.
Yeah, bro. In the end, Prince Devitt's gonna go for the coup de grace, that double foot stomp. William Regal, however, rolls out of the way, and as Devitt's trying to get himself back up. He tweaked his knee a bit. Regal comes in with the knee trembler, and he's pinning Devitt 1, 2, but his foot got on the bottom rope. And now William Regal's mad, but then the referee's checking on Devitt because he hasn't got enough. And then Regal takes off part of the top turnbuckle, and he tells the ref, "Look what he did." And the ref's like, "Look it." He's like, "It makes no sense." But he goes to go fix it, and then he puts the brass knucks on. And then he's measuring up Devitt to get back up. And he gets back up, and he swings. But Prince Devitt ducks and connects with a Peely kick, and then takes advantage of the staggering William Regal, connects with a 1916 DDT, and picks up the victory here tonight. Beautiful. Braxton, what do you think about this?
Good psychology? Of course they would have good psychology. I mean, it's two of the best wrestlers out there, two of the best technical wrestlers to date.
Indeed. But we move on. We have some 3v3 action here tonight, as Hana and Michelle McCool are bringing their team, I guess, to face each other. Michelle McCool got herself the hands of Candice LeRae and Io Shirai, whereas Kana got Awesome Kong and Athena. And so in this match, Athena and Candice LeRae open it up. And then we see a little bit of mix and match, back and forth. And then Awesome Kong gets tagged in. And she is wrecking through Io, Candice, and Michelle. But eventually you start fighting back, the three of them in unison, forcing Awesome Kong to tag in Kana. Once she tags in Kana starts single-handedly taking out the three women, Io, Candice, and Michelle. No hesitation needed. She was on her A game here. Kick after kick after kick after kick. She was not stopping. And then finally she gets rid of Io and Candice and connects the beautiful roundhouse kick onto Michelle McCool. She tags in Athena, and then Athena tags in Awesome Kong, and Awesome Kong tags in Kana. And oh my god, what are we gonna see here? Awesome Kong holds up Michelle McCool in a nice electric chair. And Athena jumps off the turnbuckle with the O phase, but Awesome Kong drops down Michelle McCool, and oh my god, the super O face. And then Kana with a nice running, shining whizzer connects off the rebound and then locks in the Kana lock again. The Kana lock is in. Oh my goodness. Michelle McCool nowhere to go. She's out already. And then Io and Candice tried to break it up, but Awesome Kong was too powerful as she delivers a double chokeslam, leaving Michelle McCool to tap out to Kana. Guys, this isn't the first time we've seen Kana come out on top against Michelle McCool. She has repetitively said she is the one to stop Michelle McCool. And tonight she's made her tap out. She made her stop fighting. Guys, I'm scared if I were to be Michelle McCool.
Indeed. I would be scared too.
100%. But we move on though. We have Mystico taking on Judas Messias. What's gonna be a good back and forth solid match. However, in the end, Mystico is able to have Judas Messias down. And, connects with a nice Hurricane Rana. However, the Hurricane Rana leads to sending Judas Messias into the turnbuckle face first onto it, sort of taking him out. And then Mystico, he starts stomping him, trying to set him down. And then once he sets him up in that position, he's seated, he starts walking to the opposite side. Like, what is going on? And then he's looking at the crowd and he's nodding, and the crowd is riling up. Could he be going coast to coast? He springboards in, leaps off, but Messias gets back up like it's nothing. Dagger through the heart, spear connects. He just annihilated Mystico. He knows that's it, but he gets him back up and delivers that flatliner and covers 1, 2, 3. Judas Messias picks up another victory tonight. Picks up a victory in general against Mystico. And then he signals out to Pagano. It's like, this isn't over. You're one against me, I'm one against you. We need a tiebreaker. But we continue. But Bryce, before we do you think Mystico's okay?
I'm gonna be honest, no. I think somebody needs to go check on this man.
I wholeheartedly agree. We move on. And here it is. He's talking to Pagano. Pagano's not coming out. He's like, we need a tiebreaker. And he's like, I'm gonna make an example out of this guy. And he power bumps Mystico. And then he's starting to tear open the mask of Mystico little by little. But Pagano comes out with his barbed wire bat, making Judas Messias retreat. My oh my. Then he gets a microphone. You want a tiebreaker? You got it. And now they are bound to settle the score one last time. We have a match coming up. Drew Gulak's warming up. But Prince Puma assaults Drew Gulak here, beating him up. Oh my goodness. And then he's like, what the hell? But then he's like, don't you ever taunt me ever again. And he walks out. Now Drew Gulak,
Cody, you could put on a good promo. You bitch. Mike Tenay, what did I tell you to get out of the office?
and now Drew Gulak's crawling. He's crawling. He's stumbling through the arena, through the ramp, just to meet Jordan Devlin in the ring. The match begins, however, and before Drew Gulak can do anything, Jordan Devlin him with the headbutt. Knocks Gulak out. And he's like, okay. He doesn't pin him, no. He just goes to the top rope, connects with the moonsault, and pins him. 1, 2, 3, and Jordan Devlin picks up a victory here tonight over Drew Gulak. My goodness. Bryson, if you were to be in Drew Gulak's shoes, reject a challenge for a title you thought, that you feel like you earned the right to, only to be dropped literally, and still perform and still have a match and lose it with 2 moves. I don't know how many people do it, but Bryson, how would you feel?
Man, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, man. We just gotta see. But all I know is Mr. Gulak's gonna come back from this and be stronger than ever.
I would hope so, but after the match, Devlin's walking out, and then Gulak's just slide in the ring, and then he's asking, "Where is Kurt Angle? Where are you, Kurt? Where are you?" We move on. We have Los Guapos taking
Oh, hold on, got my cowboy hat, bird boot, studded belt, fur jacket, my own furry selfie stick. Got my Los Guapos shirt on. Got my tag team title that you can get on AAA.com. Promo code once again, Los Guapos, save you 20%. Here you go, Andy. I'm gonna give you a cowboy hat, please.
Thank you. And now we are matching. But guys, last week Los Guapos issued a challenge to the Hurt Mafia. Not Shane Taylor and Shelton Benjamin. No. MVP and Bobby Lashley. It'd be the only way that Shane Taylor and Shelton Benjamin could get close to those titles again. Because if Los Guapos retain, they will give that match to Shane Taylor and Shelton Benjamin. But if they don't, now the tag titles will be in the Hurt Mafia. And as the Squapos said, that'll be their issue. So this match is going to be wonderful. They're going to go back and forth for like a good 15 minutes. And then towards the end, it's Matthias Wilde in the ring with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley just delivered a nice power slam, a running version of it too. And now he's setting up for the spear in the corner. He's setting up for it. He's like, come on. And then MVP smacks the freaking back of Bobby Lashley. You hear that thing. You hear the clap. And he's like, fuck out of here. It's my turn. And then Lashley's like, what? You heard me. It's my turn. And then Lashley's like, all right, whatever. And MVP goes up to hit the playmaker. Matthias Wilde, sweeps the leg of MVP and waits for him to get up and connects with that beauty shot spinning heel kick. And he tags in Alan Stone. And here they go. Both men hit the broken mirror on an MVP. And Lashley, he's not doing anything. He's just standing on the apron. He's like, pin him. And so Los Guapos do. They pin MVP 1, 2, 3, and Los Guapos retain here tonight. My goodness. Braxton, some people have been saying that Los Guapos have been holding on to those even won those titles because they've been taking advantage of all these coincidences going around here. But tonight it seemed like it was no coincidence. It seemed like it was all planned in a sense. I feel like Los Guapos knew there was going to be some tension here, but they're celebrating with the crowd. And then they see the fan with the Los Guapos shirt on and the fur coat in the audience. And they take a selfie with him on his selfie stick.
I'm gonna have to jump that fan after this, man. I'm gonna have to jump him for that pick.
But we move on, guys. And here they are. Oh my goodness. They're blaming each other for this loss. Lash looks like it's your fault we lost. And MVP's like, it's not my fault. Had you done something about it, we'd be the champions right now. And then Bobby Lashley's like, had you not been selfish, we would have been champions by now. It's your fault. It's not mine. So lie to yourself, and that's okay. But you know what? I don't think I want to see you for a bit. And Lashley walks out on MVP. What is going on? Braxton, as I told you, the issue with Wade wanting that multi-man match against Steve Corino and Mr. Kennedy, you're seeing the effects of it playing out here as MVP and Bobby Lashley are having their tensions. But we move on.
Well, unlike MVP and Bobby Lashley, Wade has a system. He has an empire, so he has himself set. He has guys that will listen to him that might come in effect to him, but at the same time, all his guys have a match at the pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Anyways, though, we move on to our main event here tonight. Christian Cage and Christopher Daniels taking on the House of Black in Keiji Muto and Malachi Black. And so, this is going to be a good match. They're going to be going at it for like 20-ish minutes, 25 maybe. But in the end, Christopher Daniels is in the ring with Keiji Muto. You know, Muto and Daniels are pretty familiar with each other. Muto tries to go for a Shining Wizard, but Daniels stucks it and connects with the Angel's Wings, dropping Muto. But as Christopher Daniels is in the middle rope, setting up for that best moonsault ever, the lights go out. What is going on? And they turn it back on, and Malachi Black's in front of Christopher Daniels. He's like, come on, jump. And so, you know, he jumps and the lights go out. And Malachi's back in the apron. And Daniels just landed nowhere. He just landed in the middle of the mat. And then Muto takes advantage, connects with that Shining Wizard, takes out Daniels. He pins him 1-2, but Christian Cage breaks it up. And then Muto, you know, he's getting pretty mad. And then he gets up Christopher Daniels, and then he shoves him a little bit into the ref a little bit. And he shoots the mist, realizing that the referee's like not paying attention, but Daniels ducked, and the referee gets caught with the mist. Oh my goodness. And now he tags in Christian Cage. Christian Cage runs in with a spear that connects. But they're not done. They are not done. They take out Malachi Black as well together, and they put them side by side. And now they go on opposite corners, and they look at each other. Daniels with the best moonsault ever. Christian with the frog splash on both men. Connect. And then Christopher Daniels takes advantage of being the legal man and pins Keiji Muto and gets that 3 count because of substitute referee came in the nick of time.
Wow.
Christopher Daniels and Christian Cage remain on top. There's got to be issues going on with the House of Black. And now that Muto's been sort of bringing them down ever since he joined. In the sense that the House of Black's also been thriving off Malachi being the champion and the addition of Brody Lee. But the show closes with Christian Cage and Christopher Daniels shaking hands. And, it's Christopher Daniels, and Christian Cage stop shaking hands. They look at the Mega Championship and they both go for it. And the show closes with both men holding up the opposite sides of the title with a stare down, saying, "It's my title. Don't be mine." Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Triple A.
We're back.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Prince Guapo.
Prince Guapo.
Oh, let's see. Oh my God. Let's see my updates. There we go. Look at that, Brax.
There we go, guys. We are back, baby.
Hell yeah. Did I offer anything? Nope, I did not. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're about to hit. This is gonna be our go home show. And guys, are we excited? Thank you so much for tuning in. Brax, any closing remarks you want to give?
At the end of the day, guys, fuck New Japan.
Fuck New Japan. Everyone, stay safe out there. It's been a pleasure. Ciao, ciao.